welcome back to the Jersey History Series. This is episode 2, and you're going to notice we skipped a couple teams. So, Arizona and Boston, we skipped over. Reason being, Arizona has an alternate that's supposed to be coming out, I believe, in December or January, and then Boston obviously will be playing in the Winter Classic. So, I thought we'd just wait until those jerseys are released, and then we'll go ahead and head back to those two teams and cover their history. But here we are doing the Buffalo Sabres. So this is the current look of Buffalo. You've got this blue circle with the yellow outline. Then you have two swords, also known as sabers, coming across, and then the buffalo running through the middle. Pretty explanatory logo there, and it's a really nice looking logo as well. So the Sabres come into the league in 1970-71, and this is the look used by the team until 95-96. So very long time, about 25 years of this look for the Buffalo Sabres. And here are the jerseys they debut in 1970. They used these until 76-77. White jersey being the home at the time, blue on the road. And yeah, this look would relatively stay the same throughout their 25 years of using that logo. Very nice striping on both jerseys, and pretty cool. A lot of striping on the socks as well. It's a really nice look for the Buffalo Sabres. 77-78. The Sabres add nameplates to the back of both jerseys, so you can see right above the numbers there. That's the only change made. 78-79 to 79-80. The Sabres add the V-neck collar to the jerseys, and they also change up the striping pattern on the socks. 80-81 to 82-83, the Sabres darken the blue just a little bit, and they also changed the striping very subtly to both pairs of socks. 83-84 to 86-87, Buffalo thins out the striping on both jerseys, very small modification there, and also the striping on the socks changes again. 87-88 to 95-96, once again they changed the striping on the socks, and I think this is the look that most people kind of remember when you think of the Buffalo Sabres starting out. This is worn for a pretty long time here, about 8 years, until the Sabres decide to make a big change. They go with a rebrand, so the Sabres rebrand, brand new logo, brand new colors, new jerseys. This logo known as the goat head, the angry goat head. And yeah, it's kind of a more modernized look of the buffalo. It's a theme that a lot of teams, have done in the early 2000s, going with just the animal head. And yeah, it's a pretty menacing logo. The colors really pop. It's pretty loved by most Buffalo fans. And here's the jerseys debuted. So a very modern look. You have this striping coming up the sides of the jersey and then up into the shoulders, almost looking like a sword coming up. And then you have that kind of slashing stripes on the sleeves as well. Black shoulders on the home jersey. So yeah, this is a pretty cool looking set here for the Sabres. And then they introduce a new shoulder patch with this red B with a sword going through it. So these are worn from 67 or 96, 97 to 99, 2000. In 99, 2000 to 05, 06, the Sabres just slightly darkened the colors on the logo. Nothing else changing besides that. Very small modification. And 2000, 2001 to 05, 06, the Sabres get their first alternate jersey in their history. So we introduce this red jersey with Buffalo written on the bottom. More of a classic looking striping on this jersey, and then we get this new logo with the two swords going across the circle. Really nice jersey. That font of teams' names or cities written on the bottom was kind of a fad at the time that the Kings did, as well as the Capitals, and Buffalo followed along with it, and it's a nice look for them. But also in 2001, 2002, following the tragedy of the 9/11 attacks, the Sabres and the Rangers played not too long after it, and for one game when the teams played, New York was written across the jersey. Both teams had New York written across their uniforms, and this was a special jersey worn for just that game. The Sabres in 06-07 to 2009-2010, they rebrand. This is the Buffalo Slug look. That's the nickname that so many fans gave for the logo, just because there's no legs on it and it just looks like a big slug. It's, I guess, like a modernized version of the Sabre. It's very odd, and it's not a hit with fans right out of the gate. Here are the jerseys debuted. We get navy as the main color now for the Sabres. They still use the yellow, so they kind of channel back to their original look a little bit with the colors, but the jerseys themselves, very crazy striping. They kind of resemble the previous jerseys with the goat head logo, but yeah, the striping very wild with this big slash of gray coming down, and then you have these just areas of color with white, yellow. It's a very odd looking striping choice for Buffalo. And they also introduce an alternate, which is basically their original jerseys. I think they kind of do that to please fans who were not happy with these. We get two new shoulder patches, a yellow B with a sword, and then the navy B with the sword. These are basically the same, just recolored from the goat head era. This is worn 06-07. 07-08, we get Reebok taking over, so we have the Reebok template. Nothing really changes except for the collar and the striping slightly different, but other than that, they are practically the same for Buffalo. Also in 07-08, the Sabres partake in the first official Winter Classic against the Pittsburgh Penguins, and this is the jersey they wear. These pretty much resembling their original road jerseys, more of a classic look. And yeah, I think this is a really nice, big hit with fans as well. 08-09 to 2009-10, the Sabres introduced a new alternate jersey. This one looking more traditional with the striping. They also bring back the original logo, but this time it's using navy instead of blue. So the striping having some gray accents added to it as well. And yeah, this jersey is a much bigger hit with fans than what they currently were wearing. So that put them in the direction to change. So just a very short rebrand for Buffalo, only like 4 or 5 seasons with the Buffalo Slug. It's got to be probably one of the shortest rebrands I can think of in any NHL history. It's usually like 10 years you'll see a team kind of use that look, but yeah, Sabres change over to basically their original logo, just using navy and highlighting it with some gray. So they use this from 10-11 to 19-20. In that season, for 2 years, the Sabres introduced a 40th anniversary jersey, and with that, it comes along a new logo. So you get Buffalo written across the font, and then you have a saber, the original logo on the bottom with 1970 written. It's a really cool look. They use it for the 40th, and then they keep it around as an alternate for one season. And yeah, I think this is kind of what fans really want, but there's not as much hate for these navy jerseys, but fans will eventually start to want the royal blue back. 12-13, they retire that, so just the navy and the white are used as the home and away. 13-14 to 14-15, we get one of the weirdest jerseys in NHL history, one of the probably ugliest to most people. We have this yellow jersey introduced, which isn't a bad thing. I think a yellow Sabres jersey could look nice, but the way they did it looks very weird. This is known as the cape jersey or the superhero jersey to most people, just because the front is yellow and the back has this navy, so it almost looks like a cape. It's very, very weird, the striping used. I'm not sure why they just didn't go with a traditional striping that kind of resembled the home or away, but this jersey is not liked too much by fans, and it does not stick around very long. 15-16 to 16-17, we see that jersey retired, the yellow is gone, and the Sabres are just left with that home and away. 17-18 to 18-19, Buffalo has no changes really made. Adidas takes over the jersey manufacturing, and the Sabres practically keep everything the same. In 17-18, the Sabres played the New York Rangers in the Winter Classic that year, so we get a new logo on the front, basically their original with NY at the bottom, and then we get a shoulder patch of the Buffalo in yellow with Sabres written across. And this striping, not exactly the same as the more original jerseys, but very similar, and it's a really cool look for them. One of their coolest jerseys, in my opinion. 1920, so we get the 50th anniversary for the Sabres, and with that, the Sabres get a new 50th patch. You could see on the shoulders of the home and away, and we get a alternate. So this is worn for the 50th anniversary. We get a new logo as well, so we get the Sabre in navy and gold. So we get a shimmery gold on these jerseys. The striping pretty close to the home and away striping, but yeah, white with the gold accents. This is a really cool jersey. The Sabre itself on the jersey was actually kind of textured throughout the buffalo, so it was a really cool looking jersey for the Sabres. Then in 2021, Buffalo decides to go back to the original colors. There was rumors of this, and you'll see a pattern over the past couple of years. A lot of teams going back to the original looks, but the Buffalo Sabres announced they are going to ditch the navy and go back to royal blue. And they do exactly that in the 2021 season. They go with a more original look. Now the home jersey with the royal blue, road jersey with the white. The home jersey does have the striping that is pretty similar to the navy era. It's not exactly, like the originals, but it's close enough. I think fans are happy with the royal being back, and this is one of the nicest sets in the NHL currently. Also in 2021, Adidas introduces the Reverse Retro series, and here's Buffalo's Reverse Retro. They throw it back to that red alternate from the Goathead era, and they bring the modern colors into it. Pretty cool looking jersey here. It's a road jersey with the white, and then I like the gray accent on the bottom there, as well as in the numbers. We get two new logos: the Sabres coming across, recolored in modern colors for Buffalo, and then the goat head on the shoulders. And here we go, 22-23 to the present day. The Sabres keeping the same home and aways, and you can see the alternate is the goat head. So they bringing it back this season. They have yet to wear it at the time of recording this, but this was really something fans wanted back so bad for a long time. We've wanted the goat head back, and it's awesome to see it back here in Adidas form. The striping is very slightly different just because of how the jersey is made with Adidas, but practically looks the same. And then we get a new goat head logo. It's just slightly modified with colors and a little bit of the shading in the logo, but it's practically the exact same as the original goat head. And also this year, this is the reverse retro for Buffalo, so using the goat head again, the striping modernized with the royal blue and yellow colors, and yeah, so we saw this logo before with the reverse retro 1.0, but the 2.0 putting that recolored goat head on the front, white pants on this, which is an interesting look with the blue helmet, and yeah, this is a pretty interesting, definitely unique alternate here for the Sabres, and yeah, has been worn once already this season. So that is it. That's the full history there for the Buffalo Sabres. Yeah, definitely a team that has gone through some pretty drastic rebrands, and you can see which one stuck, which one didn't, but eventually, like most teams, it'll come full circle and it'll go back to what the fans really want and the team's original look with this royal blue and the yellow is what fans have wanted for a while, and they've had that back, and I think it's here to stay for a long time for the Sabres. So yeah, stay tuned. Episode 3 will be coming next. Hope I don't think we'll have to skip around much more, but yeah, if all goes well, I believe Calgary will be next. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching.